I get it. You're scrolling through a sea of home gym gear, wondering if you're about to drop a few $100s on something that will end up gathering dust. The fear of buying the wrong bike is real, especially when most models promise studio-quality rides but deliver a treadmill-like disappointment in your living room. You want proof that this particular bike can actually fit into your daily routine, keep you motivated, and give you a solid return on the price tag. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the Aviron Fit Bike Touring Edition isn't just another spin bike that you mount against a wall and hope for the best. The moment you roll it out of the box, the first thing you notice is the 22-inch HD touchscreen that folds down into a sleek, low-profile console. Setting it up is surprisingly quick. You plug it into a standard outlet, connect it to your home Wi-Fi, and the software walks you through a brief calibration that takes less than 5 minutes. The bike itself occupies roughly the footprint of a compact office chair, so you can actually slide it into a hallway or a spare bedroom without having to sacrifice a whole wall. What really separates this model from the generic magnetic bikes is the game-based workout ecosystem. Instead of staring at a static resistance dial, you're thrust into a virtual world where you chase points, unlock new routes, or follow a live instructor who appears right on the screen. I tried the adventure ride mode on a rainy Saturday, and it turned a 30-minute session into a quest that felt more like a video game than a cardio slog. The electromagnetic resistance rated at 1500 W shifts seamlessly as you climb virtual hills, giving you that real road feel without the jarring jumps you get on cheaper friction-based systems. For people who need that extra mental hook to keep pedaling, the interactive element is where the value really shines. If you're the type who thrives on community, the streaming classes are another strong point. The platform bundles live and on-demand sessions ranging from hit spin to low-impact recovery rides. Because the bike is always online, you can hop onto a class scheduled for the morning while you wait for your coffee to brew, or you can queue up a nighttime ride that syncs with a calming playlist. The connectivity doesn't stop at classes. The bike integrates with popular fitness apps, so you can export your ride data to Strava, Apple Health, or even your personal spreadsheet if you like to track every watt. This level of ecosystem integration is rare in the consumer market and justifies a chunk of the premium price. Now, let's talk about the practical downsides. The first is cost. The Aviron Fit bike sits comfortably in the high-end bracket, so it's not a casual purchase you can make on a whim. If you're only looking for occasional cardio or you already have a decent static bike, you might find the screen and gamified features more of a novelty than a necessity. Second, the reliance on a stable internet connection means you could hit a snag if your Wi-Fi drops mid-class, something that's less of an issue with standalone bikes that don't stream. Lastly, while the bike is compact compared to traditional studio units, you still need a dedicated power outlet and a bit of clearance behind it for the freewheel mechanism to function without hitting a wall. That's something to double-check in a small apartment. So who should actually consider buying this bike? If you're a busy professional who struggles to find the motivation to log a 45-minute ride, the game-based interface can turn those minutes into an engaging experience that feels less like work and more like play. Families also benefit. The touchscreen lets multiple users create individual profiles, track progress, and compete in friendly challenges, which can keep everyone from teens to grandparents coming back. Athletes who want to supplement outdoor training with controlled resistance sessions will appreciate the precise electromagnetic control and the freewheel mode that mimics the feel of coasting on a road bike. Who should skip it? If your budget is tight, or you prefer a minimalist approach where the bike is just a bike, no screen, no streaming, no subscription, there are plenty of solid magnetic models that deliver reliable resistance at a fraction of the price. Also, if your home Wi-Fi is spotty or you live in a rental that restricts permanent installations, the constant need for a stable connection might become more of a headache than a benefit. From a day-to-day standpoint, I tested the bike over a 2-week period, mixing quick 15-minute bursts between work emails with longer weekend rides. The quick bursts were surprisingly effective because the Power Sprint game rewards you for hitting high watts in short intervals, making those micro-workouts feel purposeful. On the weekend, The longer class with a charismatic instructor kept me engaged for the full 45 minutes, and I didn't feel the typical slump that comes from staring at a blank wall. The bike's silent electromagnetic system also meant I could run a session while my roommate was on a conference call, a practical advantage that many louder